This is from Elon Musk.
Who's he?
Okay.
I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Okay.
Never heard of him.
Whoever he is, put that aside. It's not that, whatever. It doesn't matter, except that he has an extremely large following and very big influence in the world, right?
Yes.
And he puts out there on whatever it is, X, states there are certainly other factors at play. Thank God he at least acknowledges that. But the heavy use of C-sections allows for a larger brain, as brain size has historically been limited by birth canal diameter. Now, I didn't read the comments. I didn't see any of the original, content here. I only have this little segment that he wrote, and I'm sure the comments are fascinating to read. But can we just talk about this for a second?
Yes. This is like the one industry he's not in, and he's commenting on it.
So, what he's saying basically is if we start to rely on the heavy use of C section, basically promoting that all women should have a C section, and over time, as a result of that, humans can grow larger brains because then we eliminate the birth canal and there's no limit to the size of a baby that a mother can carry and the size of a brain that a baby can grow.
Birth canals are, they're like the appendix. They just really don't know what the purpose is for them. That's kind of where we're heading now, then.
We don't need them. Yeah, we don't need them.
Superfluous.
Obviously, he knows nothing about birth because, first of all, I'm not even sure how many thousands of years this would take. I mean, evolution happens pretty slowly, but he obviously doesn't care about the birth experience for about he obviously doesn't care about the birth experience for a woman or her baby, completely neglecting all the considerations of health for a baby being born vaginally in favor of bigger brains. And I mean, honestly, does head size have that much to do with brain size anyway? Brain functionality,
It's not,
brains,
it,
smarts.
it's not that, it's not about the relationship of brain size to head size. There's probably a pretty strong correlation between the two of those. There's not a strong correlation between brain size and intelligence. And I'm stunned that his comment implies that there is. That would indicate that all larger people are a little bit more intelligent than smaller people, that men on average are more intelligent than women because their heads are larger, of course, on average. It's just completely faulty. That isn't true. He's going based on the fact that humans are considered the most intelligent animal and we have larger brains than the apes that preceded us in evolution. But he's missing the fact that that isn't about intelligence. The reason we view ourselves as so intelligent is that we have developed a prefrontal cortex, and that allows us to plan and to look at the future and look at the past. It's about the development of the prefrontal cortex. So this whole thing about brain size is just, it's not true. The synapses of the brain are what has to do with intelligence. So the whole premise, never mind what he's getting wrong in our industry, the whole premise is wrong. But a casual comment like that is so harmful.
Right. When you have that kind of influence, right? I mean, now you're going to have moms running around thinking, well, if I give birth by planned C-section, my baby's brain and head can grow larger, therefore having a more intelligent baby, which is just ludicrous thinking and overlooking all of the health benefits. I mean, there is truth to the fact that human babies are born earlier than many other mammals because of our upright position. Like mammals who walk on all fours can give birth to much more neurologically developed offspring. They can, an elephant can give birth to a baby and the baby gets up and walks away. A human baby, this is why we have the fourth trimester is so important. This is why the first 3 months that babies are so neurologically wired to be close to their care provider because our brains are actually a little bit underdeveloped compared to other mammals at birth.
I mean, that also has to do with bone development. We have semi-porous brains, and most mammals have much more dense, did I say brains? Bones. We have
Bone,
semi-porous
cranium,
bones. Bones. The
skull
bone's
bones.
structural system is semi-porous in humans, and in other animals, it's very dense. So that's why they can walk away. I don't know. I just think this comment of his is rife with problems,
It is.
and I think perhaps the biggest problem is, yeah, there's no continued conversation about it. He had that little note like there are other factors at play, right? Let's poo-poo all of those, like mortality. never mind birth satisfaction, mortality, and never mind health of the baby. But it sets off rumors because if enough tens of millions of people will read that, and they have, at the next dinner party, you're going to have the person who says, "Oh, did you hear that babies born by C-section are more intelligent?" That's just
Right.
how this thing goes.
That's
So
how it
I think
gets
it was
warped. Right.
irresponsible.
Right.
I think it was irresponsible of him. He doesn't know he did that. Everyone feels they can talk about birth. It's just, but when you're inside of this industry and you really understand what is at play, mortality, it's life and death situation, and a deep matter of health, even in the case of survival, we shouldn't
Let
casually make comments like this.
Yeah, don't and let's not forget about the squeeze, the neurological impact of the squeeze going through that vaginal canal and how important
Hmm.
that is for a
Hmm.
baby's neurodevelopment and the microbiome. Hello, I mean that is probably the most important reason that a baby needs to come through the vagina.
Hmm.
That is sets you up for your life, your
Hmm.
health for your life. So this is anyway, we're talking about it because if Elon is going to put something out there like that, we are going to need to refute it so that this does not get translated into, oh, I should have a C-section so my baby's head can grow larger and be more intelligent. No.
Well, I think his people have been talking to our people, and he's been trying to get on the show. So this would be a
Oh,
talk
that's
about him,
why.
right? So we'll we'll
Okay.
we'll say yes now, and we'll have him on now that we have a topic for him.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Perfect. That'll be a fun conversation.